Hello guys, good to see you again. I know you're getting tired of seeing my face and listening to these videos, but today's the last day for our reading videos, so that's awesome. And we're going to talk about a rule breaker. Yep, we have a rule breaker in our long O's, our long vowels. So here is our little sign that reminds us about the magic E, except I put an S in front of our magic E. So these are the special rules when it is the S that is right before a magic E. Well, the magic E is still silent. He doesn't make a sound. He still magically reaches back and makes the vowel long, but the letter S does not say S. It says Z, the Z sound, okay? So we're going to practice when we have a long vowel, then an S and a magic E. Every time that S is going to say Z. Okay, let's look at our picture. We have a picture for every sound, and this is our picture for when we have a vowel followed by an SE. Okay, the S says Z. Those two little lines beside the Z, that just means the sound. Okay, not the letter, but the sound. So it's spelled with the letter S, but the sound is a Z, like in rose. R-O-Z, rose. Now, we may have practiced some of these in the last few days, where it was a long vowel SE, and we made the S sound, and it's similar, but now that we're learning the rule breaker, we're going to remember that it makes the Z sound. So, R-O-Z, rose. So, this would be the picture that you'd get to color if we were at school. Or maybe I have one that I'll send to you. I can't remember. Okay, I need you guys to get a piece of paper, but if you have lined paper, we're going to turn it long ways so that there are columns. If you don't have lined paper, it's no big deal. Just get a ruler and mark off 5 columns, okay? I don't think we'll need more than 5. So pause, get your paper ready, and then we'll move on. It might be easier. Well, never mind. You just get your paper ready. Okay, here we go. We are going to practice some vowel SE words, okay? And we're going to write one letter in each column. If you made columns with a ruler, great. If you're using notebook paper like I am, turning sideways, if you're using notebook paper, we're going to leave a blank column between each letter. So let me show you. We're going to start with the word rose. So I'm going to write R, I'm going to leave this one blank, O, I'm going to leave this one blank, S, leave a blank, E. If you just made columns, I think you're going to have enough room. So we have the word R-O-Z, okay? Write down rose. I'm going to ask you about how many sounds and how many letters in just a minute, okay? So let's first count our letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, easy, right? When we spell the word rose, it's always going to have 4 letters. Let's count our sounds. R-O-Z, rose. It only has 3 sounds. Why don't we hear our E? Because he's magic. He reached back over and he made our O long. So we only hear R-O-Z, and we hear the Z instead of the S. Okay? Easy smeezy. I'll erase, but you guys can just move down on your columns. Let's work on the word chose. It has a ch sound like chin. So we're going to write C, H, and ch is a smile. So I'm going to go ahead and put a smile under my CH. Ch, O, S, chose. Okay, I kind of made an S sound on that. Let's start over because it's easy to make a mistake. Ch, O, Z, silent E. Okay, but we always are going to spell that Z silent E with an S, even though it says Z. So, how many letters does chose have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has five letters. Let's find out how many sounds. Remember, a smile only makes one sound. So we have ch, o, z. The E doesn't make a sound because he's silent. He turned that O long. So we only have 3 sounds, even though we have 5 letters. All right, you guys are really good at this. We do this a lot. Okay. Today I just had the idea of turning our paper and making columns. Let's work on this word. This word is close, like close the door. Okay? C-k, l, O, long O, Z, close. Now we heard the Z, but if it's a long vowel, an S, and an E, we know that makes the Z sound. Okay? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. Let's count our sounds. We have K, L, O, Z. 4 sounds. Okay? 4 sounds. Let's try the word nose. Okay, like your nose. N, O, Z. It's hard to write an S when we hear a Z, isn't it? So we have 4 letters and we have how many sounds? N, O, Z. Nose. 3 sounds. You, of course, know that if you're writing the word nose, if you write just N-O-S, it says ah instead of O, and it'd say nos. Nos. That's not even a word. So remember, when you're spelling these long vowel words, you have to have the magic E. All right, let's try another one. The word is wise. Okay, W-I-S-E. 4 letters. Let's count our sounds. W, I, Z. Long I and the Z sound. 3 sounds. Okay, this one's going to have a smile, so pay attention. This word is those. The TH is making the weed eater sound here. O, S, those. Okay? So we have one sound. O, Z, silent E. 3 sounds. Okay? Awesome. We have one more. You're so good at this. We've done this a lot. You've studied long vowels all last week, so let's do one more. Hose. Let me get my marker right. Hose. And you know what? I almost wrote a Z right there. I had to stop and think about it because I heard the Z sound in H-O-Z. So that's why it's a rule breaker. We have to be super careful because it's so easy to make a mistake. So because we have a vowel and an S and a magic E, we know that this S is going to make the Z sound. We know he's silent and he reached back over and he made our O long. So we have 4 letters. Let's count our sounds. H, O, Z, hose. 3 sounds. Goodness, my writing just like falls off the page. It goes down. Okay, we are good to go there. The biggest thing to remember is that this is a rule breaker. Okay? When we have a long vowel with an S and an E, the S says the Z sound and it's a rule breaker. Just like our AL in ball is a rule breaker. And just like our WA in wasp is a rule breaker. Okay? We've got a rule breaker. The S turns into a Z sound. All right. Short lesson today. I know you're cheering. You will use page 73. It's going to have some vowel SE words. And I believe it has some review words at the bottom. I've already sent that to you, so I can't see it right this second. Then you're going to go through your 5 sentences. You're going to look for vowel SE words. You're going to code them or label them with a silent E. Make the O long, okay? And if you need to put a little Z under the S to remind you, you can. And then you're going to go back in your sentence and you're going to look for any smiles, okay? And third, we're going to do our word find for vowel SE. We haven't done our word finds for A, E, I, O, and U yet. We'll do those tomorrow. But today we're going to do our word find. So we're going to look at the first word and we're going to read it first. O, Z. Does rose have a vowel SE? Yes, it does. So we're going to circle it. Okay. Does it have any smiles? Nope. Then we're going to go across. This word is N, O, Z. Does it have a vowel SE? Yes, it does. So we're going to circle it. If you need to code it, you can code it. And then we're going to come back over here. We have, I'm sorry, let me say it again. I see it backwards on the screen, so I needed to check it. We have ood, crude, like crude oil, okay? Now, does this have a vowel SE? No. It has a magic E, which made the U long, but it is not a magic E. I'm getting tongue-tied. It is not a vowel SE word, so we're not going to circle it today. We're still going to read it to our parents. Then we're going to move over here. Ch, O, Z, chose. Is this a vowel SE? Yes. Circle it. Then we come down here to trick. Is trick a vowel SE word? No. We're going to read it out loud. We're just not going to circle it. And then you can go through the bottom. Easy smeezy. Okay. As I was looking at our 5 sentences, I realized there was one thing I forgot in our lesson, and we do need to talk about it. So, you can get your paper and your columns back out, okay? And this word is suppose, okay? I suppose it's beautiful outside. Let's go find out. All right, we have S, U, P, P, O, S, E. Now, before we even start, suppose is an interesting word because it has 2 syllables. So when we clap that out, we would say suppose, suppose, okay? Suppose, suppose. So, we're always going to divide a word for syllables. If it has a double in the middle, that's usually where we divide. So we haven't had this lesson at school. This is where we'll start when you guys come back. But we have 2 syllables. This syllable has up. It has a short U. But the second syllable, this is where we see our vowel SE, right? So that's magic. He makes this O long. We hear a Z here. So we have up, p, O, Z, suppose. Okay? Now, looking at our word suppose, which letter says O, the long O sound? Yes, it's the O, easy smeezy, right? But we have 2 vowels in our word. We really have 3 vowels in our word, a U, an O, and a silent E. So we have 2 vowels in our word that make a sound. So, yes, O is what makes the long O sound. What letter makes the, listen carefully, Z sound? Yes, it's our second S. We have 2 S's in our word too. It's this S and it's making the Z sound. Listen carefully. Which letter makes the S sound? S, like a snake would say S, or would make that sound. The first S says the S sound. S. The second S makes the Z sound because it's a vowel SE word. How many syllables are in our word? We talked about that. 1, 2. We divided between the doubles. Okay. This word is on this page, number 1. That's why it reminded me that I hadn't gone through that with you about if it happens to be a 2-syllable word. I don't think you're going to run into that very much right now, but that is the rule, so wanted to make sure I touched on that a little bit. Okay, last lesson. We're only at 15 minutes. That was shorter. Do your 3 activities. Explode the code has not been working very well, but I got it back. There was a problem when I renewed the subscription. So explode the code should be back up. That's a great review for all of those long vowel sounds. And I turned the games on. They call them rewards. And you'll be able to earn some things for your work on Explode the Code. All right. Thanks for listening. See you later.